Since The Sims 4 is still getting a lot of updates, it could be a headache, especially if you mod the game. I'm here to show you exactly what you need to be doing before update and after updates, so that way you can keep your mods folder healthy and you can stop probably pulling out your hair. What's up, boo? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the dark side, because this is mod school, classes in session, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and take some notes and let's dive right in. All right, we are currently on my desktop. Now we're going to pretend that a Sims 4 mod update is coming. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure your game doesn't update on its own. But in the upper left-hand corner, we're going to go into settings. And under the application tab, we're going to make sure that install updates automatically is turned off. That's why the Sims 4 doesn't update when we don't want it to, because you really don't want the Sims 4 to update as soon as a patch has landed. Mainly because you don't know what's going to happen with that patch. As we know, for a while, we've had a lot of issues with updates and things breaking. You kind of just want to like lay low, at least for a day or two. Now the second thing you want to do is go into offline mode. Offline mode essentially lets you play the game offline without connecting to the internet, so therefore it won't update the game, because once a patch is out, it's going to have under here patches available, and the only button you'll be able to do is download, and you won't be able to play. But clicking the three lines again, going to offline, and it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to go offline? You will only be able to play games that don't require an internet connection. If you close the app, you'll automatically go online the next time you log in. And then you say, yes, I'm sure. Now we are offline. This is the screen you're going to see, and then all your installed games are going to show up here. For me, it's The Sims Medieval and The Sims 4. You can also click this button here that says go online, and again, the three lines says go online right here. But if you want to play The Sims 4, you just click this button right here. I'm not going to do that right now because we're not going to get to the game. But if you click this button, it will launch The Sims 4, and that way you can play your game while an update is pending and you don't want to update just yet. Now, there are a few things you need to keep in mind when you are in offline mode. One, you shouldn't be downloading any new mods or updated mods during offline mode. The way mods work is they rely on the Sims code. So when the Sims updates their code, that means the mods are incompatible. And when the mod creators update their mods for that update for the Sims 4, it means they made their code compatible. So if you are on offline mode, if you're in an old version of the Sims 4, but you're now downloading the new version of mods, that means your mods are incompatible, and that could cause issues. So just keep that in mind. If you're in offline mode, just stay in offline mode. If you really want to update and play with new mods, I suggest you do go ahead and update your game, so that way you don't have any underlying issues. And the third thing you're going to want to do is to back up your saves in your Troi folder. So in the electronic arts folder, you should know where this is. The same place that you go to install your mods. You're going to want to go into the Sims 4 folder, and your saves and your Troi folder are the two folders you're going to want to care about. Your saves folder has your save data, like your save file, and then your Troi folder has all the data for your households and your lot. So this is where those files are stored, and that's why you want to back them up. If something ever happens to your Troi folder, your saves, you want to at least have a copy, and I have to suggest you do this periodically, just so you have a starting point and you don't have something that's like so old, and you go to saves folder, you see all the saves that I currently have. You'll also want to go into your mods folder and back that up periodically. But if you don't really have that much space available to you, I would actually just making a spreadsheet, putting all your mods in there, like the creators and their script mods. That way, if you do lose your mods folder, you can refer back to that, or go to my YouTube channel, because I have a ton of Sims 4 mod videos where you can just start over fresh. The next thing you want to do, make sure you do this right before a patch comes out, is take your entire mods folder out your game. I am talking about your mods, I am talking about the CC, I am talking about everything. Take it out your mods folder. And the way you do that is you just go ahead and just make a new folder. I actually have a folder on my desktop where I put things, and I just take them out and transfer them over. And showing you right here, this is my May 2026 backup. Now I don't have any mods in here because I've moved them back into my game. The saves folder is in here. So this is from my base game. This is everything from May, and then my mod test folder where I use to showcase all my new mods on YouTube. You should be moving your mods folder out your game. You do run the risk of corrupting the folder. That did happen to me before, and this is why I advocate for people removing the mods folder out their game. Honestly, it takes you seconds. You're gonna grab them all and drag them in here. And look, I'm done. Going to the mod test folder, going to the mod test Sims 4. This is where Tasha is for the mod videos. Move it on in here, and it's done. Also kind of easy because I only have one hard drive on this machine, but essentially I'm just moving everything to my desktop, and now I'm good to go. Like, I don't have to worry about my mods or anything corrupting because of an update, and then I have to go through that issue. And it's easy when you're ready. All you have to do is just put them back. So we're gonna take the mod folder and put it back into the Sims. If you're going to go into offline mode, you don't really have to worry about this step. You really have to worry about moving your mods if you are planning to update your game after the patch or the update. Like, if you're going to be doing that, move your mods folder over. But if you're not going to be updating your game, and you can keep it in there and go into offline mode. And now we can go through and see what mods are updated, which is going into the next section. Now, once you move your mods folder back to your Sims 4 game, you'll need to go through and update your mod. Now, updating mods is pretty simple. All you really need to do is find the update play, and there are a few places you can go in order to get a mod update list. Sims VIP, Scarlet's Realm, and of course, knowing exactly what mods you have in your game, go directly to creators because they do post on their socials, on their Patreon, and their Discords, letting you know like the status of their mod. However, you're on Sims VIP, you can just look at the patch. Of course, it's from June 29th, so that's kind of like the day before the last patch. We can just scroll on down, and here is the list. Now, they're going to tell you if something is broken, obsolete. What you really need to do is just look at the date. I'm gonna go to latest changes. Now I can see everything. So at this moment, a Deep Indigo went ahead and updated Dynamic Teen Life, Eye Care. So a day before I actually recording this video, we saw like Dead in December updated some stuff. itsmeTroi updated a few things. So I kind of do want to get the extended phone calls because I have that in my main game. So click on the link will take me there. And it even says up here, updated July 3rd, 2026. And just a quick example, let's go to itsmeTroi's overall page. And I did post a mod update. Like I said before, go directly to creators pages. You can find the updated mods in this post, and they did extended phone calls, hanging on chat mod. So either way you can find your updated mods, you can go do that, or the status. Let's get these two updated mods real quick, and let's find my itsmeTroi folder. So in here I have extended phone call and hanging in chat on bed. These two are the broken, outdated mods. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete these. Go ahead and just add the new versions here. Anytime I'm updating mods, adding mods, or like deleting mods, I want to make sure I delete the local thumb cache. Then I'm done. That's how easy it is to update your mods for the Sims 4. Now, the thing you will have to know is if a creator doesn't say anything or does not listed on that site, it means the mod status is kind of unknown. And if you're having issues with your game and that mod is the culprit, you will have to get rid of that mod. I'm sorry to tell you, I know you get attached to your mods. If the mod is affecting your game to where you can't play it, take it out. And especially if the mod is so old and didn't have any updates. Now we're gonna go back into game. Once you've updated mods, you double checked everything, your mods are back in there. Sims sometimes like turns off mods in the game, so you'll actually get a pop-up that says mods were turned off. So you'll have to go back into your settings, game options, underneath other, and then make sure enable custom content is mods is turned back on. It really just depends on the update. Not every update, a lot of the updates do turn off mods, so just make sure you turn that back on and restart your game. Now I want to leave you with a few PSAs, and we'll go back into Tasha. This is file that I have the new Tasha in. She has her own life series. I suggest you update your game within the first week or the week after, depending on how bad the update was. Because what you don't want to do and run into is that the Sims update, there's something going on, they fix it. However, maybe 3 weeks, a month down the line, we have another update, and then you finally want to update your game and you do it 3 days before an update comes. You don't want to run into that problem. So make sure you're keeping up with updates. The next thing is, if a creator has directly said their mod is broken, meaning they've looked at their mod, made the announcement themselves, whatever platform they choose to do so, go update that mod. No matter if you don't see if something is wrong or is not affecting it, if the creator themselves says it needs an update, it needs an update because they've looked at the code and they want to make sure that you are playing with a stable version of the mod, so that way you don't run into any issues. It's because you probably can't see any issues at the moment. The more mods you put in there or other game related code from the game itself gets in the way, you want to make sure that you are playing on the correct version of that mod. So always make sure if something's going on with your game, your mods are updated, you've done everything correctly, and if you're having any issues with the game, it is the game itself and not a mod making it worse. You know, a lot of people ask me, especially in my comments on TikTok, how is your game running after the update? I keep a small main mods folder, maybe like 50 gigs. I know like 50 gigs isn't really small, but small to me. And I keep it updated. I don't have that many script mods anymore. I mainly just rotate mods out, especially if I'm not playing with them. And I delete mods if they're seriously old. There are some mods I wish I can put in my game for Tasha, but because they're broken and some things are not working, I'd rather just not have the mod overall and like cause issues. I'm always on top of updates, even if I do update a couple of days after the fact, depending on what the update was and I'm making a video for it. But I do try to keep up to date with everything. And yes, I do get annoyed with so many updates, but I kind of understand like the game broke and I need to fix it. As long as you follow my tips, you stay on top of your mods folder, then you should be fine. And Tasha's going to bed because she's sad. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. More mod school videos here. You can go check it out. If you want more Sims 4, don't forget to subscribe. You turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you next time. Bye, boo.